Whether full service or do-it-yourself, the Triple Clean Car Wash has what you want. Located at 1121 26th Street in Woodward, the Triple Clean Car Wash is open Monday through Saturday from 9:30 to 5 for full service. Self-service is open 24 hours year-round.
People investing in people. That's what they're all about at Great Plains Bank, because life isn't a transaction, it's a journey, and on that journey, we're greater together. Great Plains Bank has locations in your local area because they're here to serve you. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You know, nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Oklahoma.
This message presented by the OSSAA and the Oklahoma Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
To Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as we're just minutes away here from the starting lineups, opening tip, national anthem, and getting going between the Woodward Boomers and the Altus Lady Bulldogs here on senior night. Dakota, we've broken down some of the key players, some of the things to watch, but, you know, what do the Boomers have to do tonight to make sure you bounce back from that tough loss in Alva? Alva was able to really work the Boomer zone, get some good looks, take advantage of them. We've seen Altus, they're a similar patient team. I don't know if they're necessarily as crisp as Alva in terms of that, but still, you know, those same principles are in use here for Coach Turbush and her squad. What the Boomers got to do to take the win tonight?
Oh, we have, you know, a couple different things that they don't have over Altus, and I feel like that's a lot of athleticism. I feel like if we just, you know, kind of run basically the entire game, you know, outrun them, make them tired, I feel like that's what we want. Don't take silly shots. Don't force shots. Altus likes to force shots in the paint when they get frustrated. That's something Coach Moore doesn't like to do. She likes to find an open pass, find an open girl. So as long as you just, you know, outpace them and outrun them, you should be good in the long run.
Definitely so, and I think that pace, as you mentioned, is going to play a big factor tonight, especially here on the home court. That's the other thing I haven't quite mentioned. Altus's floor, for whatever reason,
it's a little too slippery.
Created some problems, you know, and I think that made Woodward uncomfortable in a lot of ways in this one. And so it'll be interesting to see how this matchup plays out as Woodward, you know, more comfortable on the home floor, if you will.
You know, in the boys' game, I really feel like that was an issue on the Altus court there. It seems like they just had a whole bunch of slick spots, and you know, it was just not good to see our boys get out there and slip a bunch. So tonight, I guess with home court advantage, kind of like you were talking about there, it will be interesting to see, you know, if we can not slip on the court every 5 seconds and every 10 seconds. I know we got a minute 42 before we get underway here. And, you know, Tyler, with all these slick spots, I really don't know what Altus was going to do. You know, being different from home, they're kind of used to the slick spots. So kind of see how that all factors out.
Whew. Okay, sorry about that, Dakota. Had to abandon you for a second. We were trying to make sure we got the proper crowd mic set up tonight for that national anthem, as we got the Woodward Band here with us. I'm not quite sure. I think we honored seniors during football for bands. I'm not quite sure. Sure, we'll get managers for basketball teams in terms of senior night as well. So, not quite sure they'll have the bands if they'll be honored or not. So, in terms of that, I'm trying to remember back football season. That was months ago at this point, right? Oh goodness! But should have the national anthem coming up here, and let me go ahead and turn it over to Mr. Troy Harley real quick as we get to the national anthems and the starting lineups. Getting ready to get going between the Boomers and Altus.
We will recognize a moment of silence so that we may choose, reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in other silent activity. Please be respectful of others during this moment of silence. And now, please remain standing, face the American flag, as Johnson Chiefs performed by the Woodward National Anthem. Great job, Johnson Chiefs. What I do want to welcome out to Woodward, and we want to welcome all of you to Jimmy, Pat, Court, and let's see the starting lineup for the Altus Lady Bulldogs. Working 14, Melissa Command. Working 15, Danny Davis. Working 23, Taylor Slocum. Working 35, Jenna Blocker. And we're going to 42, Macy Hayes. The Lady Bulldogs coach, head coach, Stacy Turbos. And now let's see the starting line for Woodward Boomers! Ryan Markey, Dustin Michael! Ryan Markey, Dustin Green! Going across, Brian Sticker! Ryan Markey, Brian Moore! Ryan 23, Adrian Emma!
All right, so there's your starting lineups for both teams. Touch on those real quickly in case you missed them. For Altus, Melissa Temez, Danny Davis, Parrish Norfleet, Jenna Blackford, and Macy Hayes. For the Boomers tonight, it will be Thesley Pfeiffer, Jocelyn Treese, Riley Douglas Fisher, Riley Moore, and Avery Edwards. And how about Jocelyn Treese on that national anthem? About to play a game and says, hey, I got this, steps up and knocks it out of the park.
I mean, man, home run.
If you miss it, definitely, if you get a chance after the game, go back to Boomer TV and listen to that one. That was a fantastic rendition for Jocelyn there. But with that, 8 minutes on the clock, Boomers wearing their home white uniforms. Altus wearing the road navy uniforms. It's going to be Desley Pfeiffer going against Parrish Norfleet for the tip. Boomers going right to left in this half. Altus going left to right, and the Boomers have won the opening tip as it gets sent to Avery Edwards. She attacked from the top of the key, checks up, gives it to Douglas Fisher. Now to Moore, back down to Edwards for a quick jumper from the right side of the baseline. That's short, no good. Rebound fought for, and they say a jump ball. Possession arrow will send it to Altus.
Hey, they got a big old, they call him a fat head of Avery Edwards down there in the student section. Big old cutout.
They do. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's her brother down there with it, too.
There you go. There you go. Altus the other way now, trying to deal with the Boomer press here. Davis is going to fire across the timeline to Blackford. Blackford goes to Temez in the left wing. She's guarded tightly, has to go cross court to Hayes. Now back up top to Davis. They'll reset the offense. Just underway here in the ball game. 7:25 to go in the first quarter. Still scoreless. Altus swinging around. Norfleet has on the left side of the wing. She'll try to drive. Ooh, gets tripped up and just crashes into Riley Moore. And Moore just kind of absorbed it. But that foul is going to be on Avery Edwards, who they say tangled up there with Norfleet. So it'll be her first, team first for the Boomers. Inbounds here now for Altus, as it'll be Davis trying to throw it in. She's looking, almost got the 5-second count, and does get the 5-second count.
And Coach Moore, hey, she's liking it early on, the pressure by the Boomers.
Yes, sir. Good job to force the turnover there. As Woodward will get it back now. Desley Pfeiffer will take the inbound. Altus a little pressure of their own. About 3/4 court. Now they back it off. Edwards across the timeline. Bounces more right side. Cross court left wing to Treese. Up top to Pfeiffer. She pump fakes. Angles it back out. Goes to Treese on the left wing. Altus in a 2-3 zone. Treese has it up top. Goes to Moore. They swing it around beautifully. Right corner to Pfeiffer. She'll pump, she'll drive. Pull up jumper from 2. That one a bit short, no good from the right side. Rebound taken by Altus, and they'll push back the other way. Norfleet with it now. Across the timeline. She gets checked up, though, and has to go down to Bez on the right baseline. Inside to Blackford for a jumper. That one contested. It's no good. Briley Douglas Fisher with the rebound. She'll push. Edwards down to the right block. Goes for the shot. It's no good, but draws the foul. And she'll be going to the line. 4-2 free throws.
And that's what we like to see. Avery Edwards, nice to see you back out on the court starting.
Yeah, not only that, but being aggressive, right? Looks 100% on that ankle for sure. Danny Davis picked up the foul for Altus. Her first, team first. And now Edwards at the line, trying to get the first points of the game. First free throw is good. So the Boomers take the early lead, 1-0 with 6:37 to go here in the first quarter. So Edwards will look to try to make the second now. A couple dribbles, Stipp shoots it, and that one splashes home. So Avery Edwards with 2 points, and the Boomers lead 2-0. Altus has the inbounds. Norfleet trying to deal with that press. Does get across the timeline down the right side, takes a bump from Avery Edwards, who unfortunately now picks up her second foul. She'll have to come sit.
Yeah, she got in there just a little bit too quick and gave Parrish Norfleet a push to the back of the side. So call it a foul.
So Edwards will come out. It'll be Lily Luckett into the ball game now for the Boomers. Luckett has been drawing starts when Edwards was out. Now pass by Norfleet off the inbounds. Tip by Pfeiffer, racing the other way with it. And Pfeiffer's fouled. Probably a smart one there by Norfleet because Pfeiffer would have had an open layup had Norfleet not fouled.
Yeah, and with that being a one-on-one situation, usually Pfeiffer's going to get the best end of it.
Definitely so. So the Boomers will have it underneath as Douglas Fisher will throw it in from beneath left block to Pfeiffer. Free throw line, little move, puts up the jumper, and it just rims out. Rebound fought for it, and it gets tipped to Jenna Blackford. And Altus will take it the other way as she feeds to Danny Davis. Davis across the timeline at the W. Goes left wing now to Norfleet. Norfleet goes cross court right wing to Macy Hayes. Pass a bit high, but she crowds it. Pfeiffer, though, with the tip pass, and Luckett picks it up to Pfeiffer. Steal ahead now to Douglas Fisher for the layup, and they get it to go from the right side.
And that was just a very smart play there by Pfeiffer, reading the pass right off the bat. And Zeno setting her girl down up there in the paint.
And Douglas Fisher on the board now with 2 points. Boomers lead 4-0. 5:44 to go in the first quarter. Altus the other way. Hayes is going to break the press. Throws it down to Temez for the layup. It got to go as she made Jocelyn Treese blow by. So Altus on the board. Melissa Temez with the bucket. Quickly, Boomers pushing the other way. Pfeiffer racing down. Puts it up and gets it to go on the layup. Just kind of wild control, out of control almost. hit a Euro step. Dakota got tripped up and still got it down somehow.
It's just kind of a 3-on-1 situation there, I think, and somehow Pfeiffer just finds a way around it.
It was a 3-on-1 because Altus took it back quick enough after their basket. So the Boomers took advantage of that. Pfeiffer makes the and-1 free throw. The foul was on Jenna Blackford, her first, team third for Altus. Boomers up 7-2 now. 5:25 to go in this first quarter. Danny Davis trying to deal with the Boomer press. Does. Feeds up to Tamez left side. Now to Macy Hayes in the paint. Puts up the tough jumper. That one off backboard off rim. No good. Rebound taken by the Boomers. Luckett will get it in the right wing. Feeds down inside to Moore. Now top to Pfeiffer. Tees up the three straight away. That one's short. Rebound though on the backside by Jocelyn Treese. She'll kick it out to Luckett. Now to Pfeiffer up top. And they'll reset here. A second chance for the Boomers on this possession. Pfeiffer guarded now tightly by Norfleet near the W. Picks up a dribble, needs some help, finds a cutting Jocelyn Treese in the paint for the floater. That one a bit strong, no good. Rebound though. Douglas Fisher pokes it back up and in.
Something I want to touch on real quick. If you notice, Altus is not doing a good job at all on rebounding offensively or defensively because it's always Briley Douglas Fisher in the paint no matter who shoots the ball.
Boomers up 9-2, 4:30 to go in this first quarter. Altus with possession. You mentioned those offensive boards. That's something the Boomers have been trying to focus on because they've been beat a couple times on the glass in the last few games. Altus, Norfleet trying to drive into the paint, puts it late.
Yep.
There was no call as she went crashing to the floor, and then a travel on the Lady Bulldogs on the rebound by Tamez. They say she traveled with it. Norfleet a little upset. There's no call. There's two girls crashed to the floor.
Yeah, she came up with the ball, and then she jumped out of nowhere, kind of thinking that someone was going to be there and traveled with it.
Boomers breaking the Altus press the other way as Luckett gets it on the right baseline. Needs some help, though, now. She's checked up, tries to bounce down to Douglas Fisher, and they'll say that it was thrown off a Lady Bulldog and will stay with the Boomers.
Coach Turbush saying, hey, you better hurry up on the defensive side.
Yeah, because Boomers are trying to push that tempo. Now on the inbounds pass, Douglas Fisher's pass is stolen by Macy Hayes.
Some wise words.
Pushes the other way. Feeds Norfleet. Tries to go down to Tamez on the baseline. Pass is tipped, though, out of bounds by a Boomer. We'll stay here with Altus.
Good effort play, trying to swat it in your hands, but swatting out of bounds is probably the best bet.
Danny Davis will inbound on the left side of the baseline. 4 Altus counts on, almost a 5 count, but gets it into Norfleet in the left corner. Norfleet going to try to turn and drive. She gets cut off. Has to go cross court right wing to Davis. Davis could use dribble, hasn't yet. Now goes up top to Norfleet. They swing it to Hayes. Down low to Tamez. Tried to feed it inside. The Blackford pass was tipped, and now Riley Douglas Fisher comes up with it. Throws it ahead to Pfeiffer for the layup and gets it to go.
Pfeiffer, she's putting on a show.
Desley now up to 5 points quickly, and the Boomers lead 11-2. And Coach Turbush wants a timeout. She's not liking it. So with 3:34 to go in the first quarter, Woodward leads over Altus 11-2. We'll step aside for a break with them. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Boomer TV and Z92.
Hundreds of Oklahoma teenagers have no family, few options, and often nowhere to turn. But older kids need foster and adoptive families too. The Oklahoma Department of Human Services has hundreds of teenagers waiting, hoping that you'll decide to make a difference in their life. Call the Oklahoma Department of Human Services and become a foster or adoptive parent. You will forever change a child's life and your own.
You've made a big difference in my life. Thank you.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball here on Z92. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as the Boomers. Dakota rolling early up 11-2 over Altus with 3:34 to go in this first quarter. And just as we were talking about the pregame, the pace right now from Woodward is the difference.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're just outsmarting them, outrunning them. The effort level is insane right now for the Boomers.
On senior night with the two seniors, Desley Pfeiffer, Avery Edwards, bulking some of that effort as well. Out of the timeout, Altus with the Boomers going about a half-court press now. So Altus will pick it up top of the key to Davis, to Hayes on the right side. She'll try to dribble it up to the W, feeds it back to Davis. Now bounce pass, batted by Lily Luckett, trying to get it out, but stolen by Tamez, back the other way. Blackford with the layup, up and in on the block. Bit of a broken play there, and Altus takes some advantage as Dylan Blackford comes up with her first bucket. Boomers the other way. Treese in the left side. Feeds inside to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer, a nice move. Goes up and under. Gets the layup off glass and in.
And Pfeiffer is putting on a clinic. She's up to 5.
Up to 7.
7?
Yeah,
Oh.
they're a little behind. She's scoring that quick. 13-4, Boomers on top. 2:45 to go in the first. Altus with it, though. Temez top of the key. Gets it to Hayes straight away. Takes the 3 in rhythm and nailed it. Macy Hayes from the top.
And that's the one you're going to want to shut down quickly.
So back the other way. Pfeiffer will drive. They kick in the corner now to Moore on the left side. She'll drive for a long 2 on the jumper. That's a bit no good. Rebound taken on the backside by Altus. Now ahead to Norfleet. Norfleet 2-on-2. Bounces it down to Smez. And a block by Jocelyn Treese straight up as she'll race the other way for the Boomers. Hands off to Pfeiffer. Back to Treese. Lorengo back out up top. Kicks to Luckett on the right side. They'll work it around to Pfeiffer. Left wing down. Pfeiffer with it. Looking for somebody. Has a dribble to work with. Will start to use it. She picks up that dribble, bounces it down to Moore, who's in the paint cutting, tries to get a little up and under move, can't get that to go, and they'll say it's tipped by Altus, and will stay with Woodward with 2 minutes going this first quarter. Boomers on top, 13-7. And now inbounding will be Riley Douglas-Fisher. She'll throw it out to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer drives into the paint, tries to put up the floater. That's no good. Rebound by Riley Douglas-Fisher. Second chance is off the mark as well. That's taken by Altus finally, and Norfleet will get the control of it. She goes across timeline now to Danny Davis, left side. Minute 40 to go in the quarter. To Blackford, back out to Norfleet. They work it to Hayes on the right wing. Cross court left wing to Davis. She'll tee up a quick 3 from there, and that's way off the mark, off the glass. Rebound on the backside, fought for between Treese and Hayes, and it's a jump ball possession arrow to the Boomers.
And that's what we like to see, the Boomers getting the ball back. Altus, starting to make a little bit of a run, but let's see if the Boomers can get out of it.
Altus with a little bit of press now, says the Pfeiffer will have it. She'll throw it across to Douglas Fisher. They get to the corner to Tree. She takes the 3 from there. That's too long. Backside rebound, though, by Douglas Fisher in the right corner. 3 of her own on the way, and that one's off the mark. Rebound tipped out of bounds, they say, by Melissa Temez. And the Boomers will get another chance at. Substitutions now is for Altus coming into the ball game. We have Alyssa Nolan. She will take out Melissa Temez. It'll be Riley Douglas-Fisher inbounding for the Boomers beneath the left block. Gets into Pfeiffer around the free throw line. She'll drive, puts up the shot, gets it to go, and the foul from the left block. Desley Pfeiffer with another and one.
Yeah, she's up to 9 now?
Up to 9 now. They're a little behind, like I said, on our scoreboard over here. But Desley trying to get to double digits very quickly and put the Boomers lead to 9, and the free throw no good. That foul was on Parrish Norfleet, so that's her second. Team 4th for Altus. Bulldogs with the possession, though. Minute 5 to go in the quarter as Davis will have it on the right side. Feeds it to Hayes. Hayes loses the handle but gets it back. Now pass thrown inside. Tip stolen. Pfeiffer coming up with it the other way for the layup and good.
Oh, beautiful.
Desley on an absolute tear in this first quarter, and the Boomers lead by 10, 17-7. Altus the other way across the timeline to Nolan. Top the key. She tries to bounce it to Blackford. Pass way off. Picked up by Riley Moore. A nice outlet pass ahead to Pfeiffer. Lets Norfleet blow by her. And Pfeiffer with another bucket. I'm running out of space here to put in Desley Pfeiffer's score. She's up to 13 in this one.
Tyler, she's saying, hey, it's senior night. Why not put on a show for the fans?
I said she needed 46. She might be trying to get that tonight to break that 1,500 points and 500 in the season.
Oh, they say it's off the feet of Altus.
Yeah, Melissa Nolan. So another turnover by Altus quickly, and Woodward starting to really take control here in the first quarter.
And that's what we want.
Trying to defend the home court, all are the Boomers. Pfeiffer will get the inbounds, walking up now, giving the hand signals for the offense. 17 seconds to go in the corner. She'll go to Mendel on the right side. She's double teamed. Back up to Moore. They swing to Treese in the corner. Pfeiffer thought about the 3. Now she's double teamed. Goes to Treese left wing for the 3. That one takes a bounce high off the rim, and it's out of bounds on the rebound. They say knocked out by Altus. So with 4.5 to go in the quarter, Boomers will have the possession still. Douglas Fisher will
catch and shoot.
Yeah. Inbound to Pfeiffer, and sure enough, catch, shoots in the paint, and nails it.
Hey, I did call
it. That's how we end the first quarter. Woodward with a commanding 21-7 lead after the first. We'll step aside for a break. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2 tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Oklahoma needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as we begin the second quarter. Woodward in control, 21-7 after that first quarter off an explosion from Thesley Pfeiffer here on senior night. 15 points in that quarter for the Boomers, 4 from Riley Douglas Fisher, 2 from Avery Edwards. That's the score in there for the Boomers.
In the quarter.
In the quarter.
In the quarter.
She's on pace for 60. Altus has the first possession of the second quarter. At the top of the key with it is Madeline Wicker into the ball game for the first time. She'll try to drive and heave up a shot in the paint. That one affected. No good. They'll say out of bounds as it was tipped by the Boomers. So 21-7, 7:45 to go in the first half. Just underway here in the second quarter. Danny Davis went down for Lady Bulldogs. Throws it off the back of Treese, but I think she stepped on the baseline doing it.
She did.
So it's a turnover. Back to the Boomers.
It was a smart play, yeah. But at the same time, you gotta watch your surroundings. It's unfortunate.
Unfortunate for Altus for sure. Boomers get it back. Pfeiffer across the timeline with it. Now fires it left wing to Treese. Up top to Douglas Fisher. They'll swing it around the middle on the right side. Back to Douglas Fisher. Almost lost the handle of it. Collected it. Treese comes up with it on the left wing. Looks inside to the elbow to Moore. Moore going to drive, kick out to Mendel on the right side. Back to Moore, freed herself up, but lost the handle of it. Now kicks out. Treese, another three on the way from the left wing. Open, but it's no good. On rebound, though, goes to Mendel on the right side. Now they reset up top to Treese, so we get the offense restarted. Mendel will get it. She'll try to drive baseline, put up shots, blocked. Rebound fought forward. They'll say Riley Moore last to touch it. Back to Altus.
Yep, you had to think about that one for a second, but that was the right call.
It was. Moore just couldn't quite crowd the rebound. As Altus will have it now. Whitaker taking it up the court for the Lady Bulldogs. She'll feed to Davis. They go high right wing to Hayes. Now working the high perimeter is Altus. Whitaker with it. Tries to throw it inside to Mez, and there's going to be a push as Riley Moore pushed Mez on the block, not allowing the pass to get there.
Yep, and I think she just realized that maybe I shouldn't be so aggressive.
Rather be too aggressive than not aggressive.
Yeah,
enough.
That's true.
First foul on Moore, third for the Boomers in the half. Inbound, and
it's going to be on Boomer ball, I think.
Oh, no. They called it without, so that was a bit of an awkward sequence.
Interesting. I thought it hit off of Danny Davis's foot.
I did too, yeah.
Hey, oh well.
So Altus gets another crack at the inbound as it was tipped off, they'll say, by the Boomers. The inbound will go to Blackford on the block. She tries to go with the shot, and they'll say a foul as Riley Moore was on her. Shot was no good, but Jenna Blackford will go to the line for 2 free throws, and Riley Moore picks up her second foul, unfortunately, in the matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock. So Jenna Blackford at the line for 2 free throw attempts, has 2 points so far for the Lady Bulldogs. First free throw, no good. Off to the right.
Unfortunate there.
Much more subdued effort here so far from Altus compared to what we saw back on the 13th Dakota.
Very.
Second free throw, good for Blackford, so she'll split the pair. She's got 3. It's 21-8. Boomers in control and with the ball. Treese gets in the right corner, tries to bounce down to Riley Douglas Fisher. It's tipped by Macy Hayes. It's on the floor. Douglas Fisher comes up with it, tries to go with the shot, and it's stripped by Macy Hayes. So Hayes with 2 big defensive plays, and Altus will take it back as Hayes hands it off to Danny Davis, who will walk it up the court now. Davis picked up by Mendel as soon as she gets to the Woodward W. Now double team, can't get the pass out. Pfeiffer steals away. 2-on-1 the other way. Down the left side for Pfeiffer for the layup, and good.
She is up to 17 points.
Goodness. 23-8 and 15-8. Thesley Pfeiffer on top of Lady Bulldogs. 17-8. Thesley on top of Lady Bulldogs. Altus that way. Now Travel is a quick double team.
23-8.
Yeah.
17 points.
Golly. Another turnover from Altus, though, as a quick double team as soon as they got across the timeline, forced a travel. Woodward will get it back as Lexi Mendel will take the inbounds pass from Jocelyn Treese. Top of the key, she'll have it. Goes left wing now to Treese. Treese starting to use the dribble, has to pick it up, though. Finds Pfeiffer in the left corner. Pfeiffer going to try to drive. Finds backside Michelle Barr, who tries to go up and under, but
travel?
Nope. I think they said 3 in the lane is what the call was. That's a turnover there for the Boomers.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Barr was planted just on the block, and they said she was in the lane too long there. So Altus gets it back, trailing 23-8, 5:45 to go on the half. Northfleet with on the left wing. Now she'll go across court right wing to Hayes, who thought about the 3. Feeds back to Northfleet. 3 on the way from the left wing. That's too strong, no good. Rebound taken. Thought it was taken by Barra, but they call it jump ball between Michelle Barra and Madeline Whitaker. Possession arrow gives it to the Boomers.
It's kind of a one-man show out there, Tyler.
It is, but it's fun to watch when Thessley gets into that mode.
She's outscoring Altus by herself.
She is. Boomers with it. Middle, top of the key at the W. Guarded tightly by Northfleet. Tries to throw it to Barr. Free throw line. Gets it there. Barr kicks out to Pfeiffer behind her. Pfeiffer goes left wing to Treese. She zips it inside to Douglas Fisher. Tried to dump it over to Barra on the other block. And that pass is stolen away by Altus. But how about Lexi Mendel? Steals it right back from Whitaker to Pfeiffer. Heading it to the paint for the layup. Oh, can't get to go after it up and under. But Mendel, another rebound. She'll put it up. Can't get that shot to go, but she is fouled. Lexi Mendel, a couple big rebounds. And now she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. As they will tag Jenna Blackford with the foul for the Lady Bulldogs. As their 5th here in the half. Mendel getting some minutes early, the freshman. It's been pretty successful here over about the last 2 or 3 weeks. Makes the first free throw, so she's on the board. Not necessarily always in scoring, but has been very solid in her minutes in multiple facets. Second free throw, that one no good, so she'll split the pair. It's 24-8 now with 5 minutes to go here in the half. Altus with it. Northfleet kicks to Hayes left wing. Thought about 3. Goes cross court right wing. Now long 2 for Whitaker. That one comes up short. Looks a bit out of rhythm. And a long rebound. Can't be corralled. I'll go back to Woodward. I was expecting Woodward to have a good effort here tonight, Dakota, on the girls' side. But I didn't think we were going to get maybe a repeat of the near Thomas Beaver game we had in Buffalo last night.
Oh, hey. Tyrone and Beaver, that was a beautiful game.
Goodness. Boomers with it the other way. Pfeiffer has it inside the right wing. Kicks out to Treese for a 3 straight away. That one a bit strong, no good. Long rebound goes out of bounds into the Altus bench, and it will be Altus ball. It's Coach Turberush still talking to her team there on the sideline. Davis will have it with the jog up the court, now across the timeline. She'll race to the left side, hand off to Hayes. Hayes bounces it up to Northfleet, high right wing. She's guarded tightly, though, by Thessley Pfeiffer. Hayes tries to get, Northfleet all the way into the paint, feeds down low to Blackford. Blackford can't get the shot. Now rebound, a leak out ahead to Pfeiffer for the layup, and good. Thessley now up to 19 in this one. And it's 26-8 with 4 minutes to go in this first half. Altus back the other way. Davis guarded tightly there by Mendel across the timeline. Davis gets it to Hayes on the left side. She'll try to drive, and they'll say a foul on the floor as Hayes was getting ready to go up with a shot. See who they tag that on for the Boomers. And that's going to be Bradley Douglas Fisher. It'll be her first and the team's 5th. So Danny Davis will trigger on the inbounds beneath the left block for Altus. Counts on. She's almost at 5, and it is a 5-second count.
That's the second one in this game.
And that's a senior they're out there confusing, right? So it's just one of those deals where that's just hard work by the Boomers to be able to force that, not once but twice now in the half. Lexi Mendel will get it the other way and dribble it up the court across the timeline. Goes right wing to Treese, now inside to Pfeiffer. Goes up and under, and her crowd puts a layup off glass, off rim, no good. Tries to get a rebound, and she can't. She's going to draw a foul as Parrish Northfleet taking the rebound and taking the contact. So it'll be Thessley coming up with her first foul. Team 6 for her. Thessley's she's hungry tonight, Dakota.
I would be too if it was senior night.
Yeah, showing out big here. Altus with the inbounds as Danny Davis is jogging across the timeline. She'll bounce over to Macy Hayes, left wing. Back to Norfleet. Pass though tipped by Pfeiffer. Now it's loose. Pfeiffer going to come up with it. Race past Norfleet. Now to the paint. Has a kick to Ibarra, who's going to put up the floater in the paint. That's no good. Rebound taken by Norfleet. So missed opportunity there. Norfleet throws it ahead to Temez, who's leaking out the other way. She'll get the layup to go. And Altus now with 10 points. And Melissa Temez with her first basket. Or excuse me, her second. She's got 4. Boomers the other way. Pfeiffer top the key. She'll pump. She'll drive. Flies into the paint. Puts it off glass, off rim. That one goes out. Now a rebound and a foul as Blackford took the rebound. And a foul underneath by Michelle Barra. And it will be 1-on-1s for Jenna Blackford. It says the 7th team foul for Woodward. The first on Michelle Barra. So Woodward playing aggressive in this first half. Getting a little sloppy in the second quarter with the fouls. But still, they lead 26-10 as Altus looks to try to cut into it here with 2:58 to go in the half. First free throw on the way from Blackford. That's no good. Rebound taken by the Boomers and Michelle Barr. She'll throw it ahead to Pfeiffer down the left side of the court. Pfeiffer now picks up her dribble, needs some help, finds Lexi Mendel up top on the right wing. Mendel goes back to Pfeiffer. She's double teamed. Goes in the corner. Trees for 3 right side. That one no good. Strong rebound, though, taken by Trees. Tracks it down, feeds it to Pfeiffer for the jumper, and gets it to go just under the free throw line.
No foul, but hey, she finished even though she fell.
Didn't matter. Thesley now with 21 points in this one with the Boomer 28.
All but 7.
Goodness. 2:25 to go in the half. Altus with possession. Danny Davis on the left wing. Inside now. It'll be taken to Blackford, but it's taken away by Ibarra. Ibarra throws ahead to Briley Douglas Fisher. She'll try to find Pfeiffer, but late. And Pfeiffer's looking at her like, what you doing? You had the easy layup right there.
Hey, Coach Moore's not even mad. She just kind of laughed at it. She clapped her hands and laughed.
You could afford to laugh at it when you're up.
18 points?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that too. I mean, she's putting on a clinic right here. 21 points. Ruthless.
Absolutely. Now the other way. That's okay, got the middle point. Okay. Altus trying to get it inside. Temez is going to lose the handle of it. Taken by Jocelyn Treese. Treese down the right side. She'll try to fire a pass into Barra. That's tipped and stolen as Norfleet comes up with it for Altus going the other way. Now foul. Yep, as Melissa Temez got sent to the floor by Barra in transition.
I think that's going to be Barra's second or third.
It will be her second. It'll be the 8th team foul. And that will send Melissa to the Temez to the line for Altus. She got 4 points in this ball game, actually currently leading Lady Bulldogs in scoring. Couple dribbles for Temez. She'll spin it, she'll dip, she'll shoot. The front end of the 1-on-1, no good, so he missed 2 front ends of the 1-on-1. Douglas Fisher with the rebound, feeds it to Mendel. Down the paint to Avery Edwards. Edwards tries to find Douglas Fisher, and she can't come up with a handle there underneath the baskets. Out of bounds, back to Altus.
No, she just kind of lost it off her fingers there, unfortunately, and it rolled out.
Press on now for the Boomers. Lead 28-10, minute 35 to go in the half. Altus with the possession as Davis throws ahead to Norfleet, finds an open Temez on the backside, but a block by Lexi Mendel on the layup. Pfeiffer comes up with the rebound. She'll push now in transition. Down the right side, into the paint, stops, kicks it out to Douglas Fisher, who backs out for a right corner 3. That one offline. No good. Rebound, fought for. Mendel comes up with it. She's got it in the paint, puts up the layup, and it's just off. Michelle Barr, though, with the board, kicks it to Douglas Fisher. A long 2, extended right elbow, gets it to go. So multiple chances there for the Boomers, and finally, Briley Douglas Fisher with the bucket.
And that's what you like to see.
And it's still the other way. Pfeiffer taking it back for the layup, gets it to go, and another and one.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Pfeiffer with 23, and the Boomers cracking this one open. Now up 32-10 with 59 seconds to go in the half.
23 folks, and yeah, the first half, and we're still in Tyler.
Goodness.
I mean,
that one's on Norfleet, her third.
We're usually used to seeing, 23 in a game. Usually that's what she's averaging. Tyler, she's now averaging that in the first half, it seems like.
Yes. She got her average in the first half. That's scary. The end one free throw rimmed out, though. Altus came up with the rebound. As it'll be Whitaker with it. Now she feeds Davis top the key. Davis tries to bounce it to Norfleet through a double team, and it gets knocked out of bounds by the Boomers. As we'll see Keely Cope into the ball game for the first time. She'll take out Avery Edwards. So the 5 for Woodward now is Lexi Mendel, Keely Cope, Douglas Fisher, and Michelle Barra and Thesley Pfeiffer. Danny Davis going to inbound for Altus. Beneath the right block. She throws a long pass out to Macy Hayes. It's tipped by Lex Mendel. She's got the steal. She's going the other way for the layup. It won't go. Pfeiffer there, though, on the backside to clean it up and put it in.
Make that 25.
Desley with 25 in this first half. 34-10. 30 seconds to go. Altus with it. As Hayes has it up top near the W. She'll drive. She'll try to kick it out. Passes loose. Stolen again by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer the other way with numbers 3-on-2 into the lane. Little Euro step. Can't get the shot to go in front of the rim, but she draws the foul. And Desley Pfeiffer going to the free throw line. Not only that, Dakota, so Desley's got 25. Brawley Douglas Fisher has 6. So that's 31 of the 34 for Woodward between those two.
Tyler, I'm going to say I think she's going to make both of these.
First free throw up and nails the first one. Nothing but net. That foul was on Danny Davis, by the way, for Altus. Their 7th team foul. Desley now with 26 in this first half.
Trying to make it 27. I think she did. I think
and
she does.
Nothing but net.
Beautiful.
36-10. 17 seconds to go in the half. Boomers well in control. Altus the other way. Whitaker with it left wing. Kicks it right wing to Hayes. Hayes comes and gets it. Now bounces up top to Davis. 8 seconds. Guarded by Mendel. Davis trying to drive a spin move into the paint. Bounces a pass through, and it's out of bounds. Was trying to get to Mez on the right block, and nobody was there. So 3 seconds. Boomers will have a chance to heave it up. Pfeiffer. Oh, Keely Cope's going to roll it to Pfeiffer here. Pfeiffer's going to pick it up about half-court line, and a foul. So Pfeiffer's going to get a chance to go to the line for 2 free throws, potentially, as that was the 8th team foul for Altus, so it's 1-and-1.
She's not going to – I don't even know what I was going to say there, Tyler. I mean, the kid is just unbelievable.
The foul on to Mez, her first for Altus, team 8th, as I mentioned. So at the line now, Pfeiffer, 2 free throws. First one, no good on the 1-and-1, so the rebound available, and that's going to end the half as Altus doesn't even try to get a shot up, and Woodward takes a commanding 36-10 lead into the break. We'll step aside, come back with the Dairy Queen halftime show. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Boomer TV and Z92.
You know, nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward.
Are you searching for that perfect special attire? Look no further. The Top Cat Formal Wear and Accessories at 808 Main Street in Woodward. Top Cat has a beautiful line of bridal, special occasion, and prom dresses to choose from. With no two dresses alike, you'll always get that special look. They guarantee the perfect fit for tuxedos at no extra cost and carry menswear for all your needs. Visit TopCatFormal.com or call 580-256-2888 to book your appointment now. Store hours are 10 a.m. through 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and by appointment only on Saturday. Top Cat also offers layaway. Let Top Cat help you shine on your special day.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation, that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit. Because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the OSSAA and the Oklahoma Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball here on Z92 and Boomer TV. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as we're at the Dairy Queen halftime show. Woodward on top, 36-10 here on senior night over Altus. My goodness, what a performance from senior Desley Pfeiffer. 27 points in that first half of the Boomer 36.
They finally got it right.
Yeah, they finally got her there. Riley Douglas Fisher with 6 points in this one as well. You've got Avery Edwards, the other senior on the Boomers, with 2 points. and 1 for Lexi Mendel. For Altus, scoring sparse, I should say. 4 points for Melissa Temez, 3 for Jenna Blackford and Macy Hayes. Dakota, I mean, what do you say? Woodward, we talked about in the pregame, right? Needed to come out here. You won on the road the first time, but you're like, okay, now you're at home. You're a little bit more comfortable. We felt like they should be able to take care of business, and that they have done.
I mean, you talk about 27 points, Tyler. According to my calculations, you need 19 points to break 1,500 in this game.
That would be pretty special to do it on senior night. I don't know if she'll get the chance with you being up 26 already. She's going to have a big third quarter, I'd imagine, because I don't know how much time Leslie's going to give the fourth.
We've known that she scored 27 in the first half. Now, if she can do it the second half, that's up to her. But if I'm Coach Moore and I know that she's 19 points away, I'm putting her in and I'm leaving her in.
I mean, that's a big mark, and it's
huge.
It's a little selfish, right? But for a player like Desley that's just grown immensely, right, developed immensely over her career,
you talk about
it'd be well deserved.
You talk about selfish, but you have to realize, folks, it's senior night.
Yeah,
you get to live it one time and one time only. As far as I know, unless there's another life, but.
Well, unless you're playing multiple sports, right?
Yeah.
Then you might get two or three senior nights, depending on what you're doing. But still, for basketball, that's been Desley's thing, right? So, yeah.
It's definitely her thing. And 1,500 points, Tyler. 19 points away. That is.
And 500 points in the season, in a regular season, with a chance to tack onto that in the postseason. I mean, that's not easy to do, folks, at any level.
She's 14 away from scoring, I think, 500, because I think she already had that 6 points away.
No, she had 460 coming into this one. So, yeah, you're right. She's 14 away.
14 away from breaking the 500 in the season. But 19.
No, to be 20.
20.
Yeah, 20 away. No, you're right, 19. My math is so bad right now.
Either way, I mean,
it's been a week.
It's crazy. It is so crazy watching this kid play. I mean, sometimes I don't even want to know if she's trying, because it doesn't look like it.
Oh, it looks like it. You can tell tonight the way she came out with her tone.
She's like,
definitely tried.
46, I'm feeling it.
Well, I think for the boys, we can touch on the boys matchup a little bit. That one is going to be a bit more competitive tonight. It'll be interesting to see how Woodward handles it. Both teams searching for a win. Altus 8-10 on the season. Woodward 8-12 on the season.
I do like my chances, though, only because you take a look at that game, and just about every other possession, Tyler, you're slipping on the floor. I mean, you're slipping and sliding, and I mean, we talked about it earlier. It always just depends on how you play. If you play good, I've heard from Coach Whittemore that he said, the last couple games haven't been the best. They lost Elk City by 15, and they're still trying to figure out a couple things. So it's just going to be interesting to see what happens.
Definitely. So, do want to mention, of course, Mr. Kate Kennedy live on K101 right now, our flagship station. We're the sister station over here, with Road to the Big House action as he is in Laverne. Currently, Laverne girls are beating Moreland 34-23 on last score date there in district. That one winding to a close, and then Cade will have a pretty good one on the boys' side after that, with Shattuck taking on Moreland. Both those teams trying to win and advance and earn a chance to play Laverne tomorrow night in the district championship. The winner on the Moreland-Laverne game advances on to play Shattuck tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Both of those games will be on K101 tomorrow with Mr. Kenny that I mentioned earlier. Dakota and myself will be back in Buffalo. We were there Thursday last night for the girls' side of things. We'll be back in Buffalo tomorrow here on Z92 at 6 and 7:30 for the district championships there in Class B. That said, we'll step aside for a break and come back and get set for the second half between the Woodward Boomers and the Altus Lady Bulldogs. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Attention Expo Farm Expo exhibitors, booth space is now available. It's the K101 and Z92 Home and Agribusiness Trade Show, and it's coming to the Woodward County Event Center and Fairgrounds March 31st, April 1st, and 2nd. Now in our 39th year, this show features 2 exhibitor buildings plus outside exhibitor space and will host an extensive variety of agriculture products and farm equipment. Also, home improvement ideas, clothing, communication and entertainment products, ATVs, lawn and garden, new and used automobiles, plus arts and crafts and great food vendors. Thousands annually rely on Expo Farm Expo to see a wide variety and selection of products and services that only a show of this size can offer. Booth space is now available by calling 580-256-4101. That's 580-256-4101. Don't miss out. Reserve your space today for the Tri-State's largest spring home and farm show and be part of Expo Farm Expo 2023. Coming to the Woodward County Fairgrounds Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, March 31st, April 1st, and 2nd. It's food, folks, and fun with K101.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. Now, my fingers are my eyes. I'm Michael Naranjo. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that is worth doing. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. I know it can do a lot of good. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as we are about set to begin the second half. As you've been listening to the Dairy Queen halftime show, Woodward on top, 36-10 after the first 2 quarters, and looking to keep and maybe even extend that advantage. And I'd say adjustments, Dakota, it's pretty simple, right? Just keep doing what you're doing. No adjustments. Just keep the pressure up, keep the pace up.
I was about to ask you, what are we adjusting here? Because
there's nothing, right?
Up 26 points. You have a player that's 27. Only in the first half. I mean, nothing big. I mean, Woodward's used to it, right? What a game they're playing, though. I mean, these kids are playing their hearts out, especially one in particular, Thessaley Pfeiffer.
Yeah, like I said, with senior night, the implications there, just knowing, hey,
the stakes are high.
Give it out. Not going to be the last time Woodward plays on the home court here this season, as they have that makeup game against Alva Monday night, but still.
Maybe she's thinking, she's like, I just need to get these points at home.
And Alice steal, this time by Avery Edwards on Altus' first possession. Avery to the rim and gets it up and in.
Avery Edwards, welcome back. Glad to have you.
Had 2 points in the first quarter, and they got 2 early fouls. Had to sit most of the first half. She's got 4 now. Altus the other way. Norfleet with an answer in the paint on a floater in front of the rim over a couple of boomers there. That's only her first bucket. 38-12, Woodward on top with it, going left to right in this second half, and now Teresa's pass is stolen away by Temez, so it was intended for Pfeiffer, and now Danny Davis just inexplicably loses the handle. That causes a Treese with it, and to Pfeiffer, who's already back there, and that's a layup and in for Thessaley.
And
Pfeiffer.
We're 17 away.
Thessaley watch for 1,500.
Oh, man, I'm counting down, Tyler.
We're now 11 away from her breaking 500 points in a season, so... I did the math there. I got it. 29.
Finally? Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha. We're good.
Sweet.
Yeah. Altus with it as Norfleet has the backcourt. Now she'll race into the paint. A little nice little move to free herself up. Can't get the shot to go. Blackford, second chance. That one go. Riley Moore gets the rebound. Bats it to Bradley Douglas Fisher. Now ahead to Avery Edwards, right side. Edwards kicks back to Douglas Fisher, who was cutting into the paint for the layup. It's no good on the scoop. Rebound between 2 teammates. But no, they say Altus got a hand on it as well. It's jump ball possession arrow to Woodward. Some substitutions here for Altus as they're kind of trying to find some pieces right now. Again, not the deepest bench, but Coach Turberush trying to use all of them. Inbound here, Douglas Fisher get to Pfeiffer on top. Now we'll go right wing. Dave Edwards. Swing around. Treese in the corner to Pfeiffer.
Oh, just shoot it, Pfeiffer.
I thought about it maybe for a minute. Now up top to Moore. They swing against Edwards on the right side. Pfeiffer running the baseline. They find her. She feeds down to Riley Moore. Nice entry pass. Moore trying to work on Norfleet. Can't get the jumper to go from the block. Rebound taken by Whitaker. And now Briley Douglas Fisher trying to get up with the steal, but can't. As Whitaker gets back on a save from Norfleet.
Oh.
Whitaker's pass batted by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer goes down for a second, but gets back up as Treese came up with the steal. Now to Pfeiffer left wing. She'll drive. Ooh, takes the shot there. No call.
I think
she lost the handle. That might. I don't want to. She's already playing mad. I don't want to get her even more mad if you're Altus.
I mean, I wonder what that would do. I haven't seen that.
Golly, she took a shot to the face and they didn't call it. Across the timeline, Norfleet with it. She has a throw it over left wing there too. Jasmine Serto's into the ball game. Norfleet gets back. She'll drive. Kicks out to Whitaker. 3 on the way from the right corner. It's good.
I think they're hungry after that big first half performance there by Thess.
Madeline Whitaker with the 3. She's got 3 and it's 40 to 15 Boomers on top. Now the other way. Riley Moore can't get a layup to go, but Briley Douglas Fisher there to clean it up and put it back in. She's got 8. Boomers come up with an answer. 42 to 15 now. 5:15 to go in the third quarter. As Norfleet going to slow it down here for Altus. Walks across the timeline. She's going to see a double team there. Has to feed it to Hayes. Free throw line. Hayes will drive. Try to kick out now. And that pass is wayward and out of bounds. It was intended for Presley Bagwell. As Woodward will take it back. Excuse me. Still dealing with a little bit of that, the throat issue from last week.
I can take over.
Yeah, no, you did a great job in your Steve, but I'm back. Right wing, Edwards with it. She'll go across court to Treese. Now the corner, left side to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer guarded tightly by Wicker. Made her lose the handle for momentarily. So I have to swing it around. Edwards comes up with it on top. She'll drive over to Pfeiffer on the right side. Pfeiffer goes cross court left wing. Treese for 3 on the way. Finally gets one to go down. Jocelyn Treese buries it. And
wow.
She's on the board with 3. Did a phenomenal job again. If you missed it,
hey,
she sung the national anthem before the games here tonight.
Not only can she sing like amazing, but that 3-point shot, bam.
Yes, sir. 45-15. Boomers on top by 30. Norfleet trying to drive on the right side. Gets to a spot. Pulls up just outside the paint. Gets it to rattle around and in. Parrish Norfleet with
oh, what a across-the-court pass by Pfeiffer.
It was a laser, and now they find Michelle Barra on the block to Xavier Edwards. Kicks out to Treese. Now outside to Pfeiffer, who was cutting. Oh, couldn't get it to go, though. Pfeiffer going to get her own rebound. Tries to go up with the shot. That's no good. Some contact, no call. Desley rolling the ankle just a touch there. She's good, though. Norfleet the other way. Pulls up in the paint. Gets it to go. So she's got 6 points after being quiet in that first half. 45-19. Boomers still on top of the big advantage. Edwards, right wing, throws it inside now to Douglas Fisher. 1-0 with Norfleet, gets it up and in. The and one on the block from Riley Douglas Fisher. She's in double figures with 10 points. And that's going to be Norfleet's 4th foul, so a big one there. She was just starting to get in rhythm, but Woodward's done a good job to kind of keep her out of this one, Dakota.
Yeah, Norfleet, take a seat there as Danny Davis is going to step back in. Let's see if she can do some damage.
And now an and one free throw here for Briley Douglas Fisher, seeing if she can convert, and does. Nothing but that there, Briley with 11. Numbers on top again, 48-19, 3:35 to go in the third. Across the timeline with it will be Bagwell. She'll go left wing to Davis, high left wing, bounces a pass down inside to Serta on a block from Jocelyn Treese. It was a good pass. Davis winds up getting the ball back, puts it up in the lane, gets it to go in front of the net. So Danny Davis, after the block, got it back and said, hey, I'm just going to take it myself, and got the and one.
I mean, last time we played this game, it was much closer in the third quarter. Man, I think Pfeiffer really just disassembled the entire team earlier.
The free throw by Danny Davis, good. Yeah, it's kind of been that way. Woodward, their pressure as a whole has done that. Boomers the other way quickly. Briley Douglas Fisher inside with the power dribble. Can't get the shot to go, though, underneath the rim, but too strong there. Rebound taken on the backside by Bagwell. Pass almost stolen by Edwards. As it gets to Danny Davis, she bounces it back to Bagwell. Now back to Davis up top. Gets a screen on the right side. Pfeiffer gets tripped up. They kick it out to Whitaker for a 3 in the right corner. That one no good. Rebound snatched by Michelle Ibarra. She'll throw it ahead now to Douglas Fisher down the right side. She'll drive. 2-on-2 situation. Off the glass and in for Briley Douglas Fisher. A nice little move there. Kind of tiny Euro step. but made it work and banked it in.
I think she's realizing that that Pfeiffer's having an excellent night, and she wants one too.
She is, and she's having a good one. She's up to 13 points. Another steal for the Boomers, 2-on-1. Avery Edwards, she's going to try to go up with the shot. That's no good, but she is fouled hard there by Danny Davis. And Avery Edwards will go to the line for 2 free throws. Boomers well in control, 50-22, 2:34 to go in the third. Now a timeout here by Coach Lacey Moore for the Boomers before the free throws is a full one. So we will step aside with them. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Boomer TV and Z92. Excuse me, we'll keep it here. But anyways, the Boomers on top 50-22 with 2:34 to go. That's what I was trying to say. And Dakota, the only thing is here, Altus in this quarter is starting to come alive a little bit. Woodward, though, still outscoring them right now, 14-12 in the quarter.
Yeah, you know, they're only limiting to 2 points this quarter, Tyler.
For Thez, yeah.
You know, congratulations on that. But still, you know, Thez has outscored Altus 29-22.
Yeah.
I mean, she still has a 7-point lead over them, you know, just her alone. But, you know, Briley Douglas chipping in. Jocelyn Therese has a good 3. Avery Edwards has 3 pretty amazing layups, you know, wide open, creating the space.
She got 2. She almost had a third one. She got fouled.
Oh, she must have gone to the line.
Yep, she's going to the line here out of this timeout. She was fouled by Danny Davis before we had the timeout. It's Davis's third foul, and as we mentioned, Edwards at the line now for 2 free throws. First one is up, and it just pops out. It hit the back of the iron there and launched out. Second free throw upcoming for Edwards. That one missed in the same exact manner, so it's no good on both. And now on the long rebound, Whitaker tried to save it in front of the Boomer bench, but couldn't. So Woodward gets it right back as Jocelyn Treese will now have the side out in front of the Woodward bench. They'll throw it into Pfeiffer, who's guarded tightly by Danny Davis at the Woodward W. She's holding a high now, counts on. Pfeiffer starting to move with it, feeds over to Edwards on the right wing. Edwards throws it inside the bar. Now kick out to Douglas Fisher. Right corner for 3, and that falls.
Fisher up to 16 in the game.
Yeah, Briley having a big quarter herself now with 10 in the quarter, 16 as you mentioned. Now still Avery Edwards all by herself for the layup.
Oh.
And that's good. She's got 6.
Love to have you back.
33-point lead for the Boomers, 55-22, pouring it on here in the third quarter with just a minute 55 to go. Danny Davis without 4 Altus, taken across the timeline, guarded though by Thesley Pfeiffer tightly. She has to get over to Whitaker. Whitaker tries to go down to Serta, and Serta, it's through her hands, too tall for her. It's out of bounds back to the Boomers. Altus has just looked discombobulated tonight.
Oh man, I mean it's bad. It is not good.
And we talked about the home momentum, right? They were a completely different team in Altus, and here Woodward's kind of answered. The other way are the Boomers. Michelle Barr gets it down on the left block, tries to put up the shot, and it's blocked by Blackford. But yep, as soon as Blackford collects it, they travel, trying to hand it to Macy Hayes.
Coach Terbush not liking it.
Yeah, it's just nothing's going right for him, right?
No,
so
nothing.
She doesn't know what to do at this point.
Nada.
Inbound, Douglas Fisher will get to Pfeiffer at the free throw line. She'll get cut off and has to throw it out to Avery Edwards on the right wing. Edwards all by herself now, throw it left wing to Treese. Treese gets it stolen by Temez. Temez comes up with it, feeds ahead to Norfleet. Norfleet for the layup, and that one out, no good. Good recovery defense by the Boomers. Now foul on the rebound as Ibarra took the strong rebound and they got fouled. See who they get. That is going to be Macy Hayes, her first, team third. Coach Turbush again, just can't believe it. She's not happy in this one.
No, I think she's just dumbfounded everything that's happening right now.
Boomers will have the possession. Thesley Pfeiffer will walk it up the court with the dribble. Now going to get a high screen from Douglas Fisher. Throws it to Avery Edwards in the corner. Edwards' pass too strong as she was trying to find Michelle Barr in the paint. And goes out of bounds into the Boomer bench. Back to Altus. Norfleet inbounds for the Lady Bulldogs. She'll get it to Danny Davis, who walks it up now across the timeline. Double team there, though, has to give it to Norfleet. Now they kick out Hayes, left wing for three. That one's strong, no good. Temez with the rebound on the backside. She'll feed to Norfleet in the baseline. Norfleet gets cut off, though. They work it around to Davis. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Davis going to turn the quarter dry. Finds Blackford on a nice feed underneath the rim for the bucket. So Jenna Blackford with 5 now. 55-24. Boomers the other way. Avery Edwards in the paint. Kicks out. Treese left corner for three. That one a bit strong. Rebound. Swatted away. No, they'll say a foul, I think.
Yep, it's going to get on number 35.
So that'll be on Blackford, her third, team fourth. It'll be an inbounds forward. Excuse me. Yep, team fourth. It'll be an inbounds for Woodward. But first, Lexi Mendel going to sub in for Jocelyn Treese. Bradley Douglas Fisher will throw it in here on the left side underneath the left block. She'll trigger. Gets into Pfeiffer on the elbow. Pfeiffer, a couple dribbles, thought about the shot. Instead, going to kick it out to Avery Edwards. Just 24 seconds to go in the corner. Now in the corner, Douglas Fisher wide open on the right side for three. That's no good. Rebound taken by Avery Edwards, so nobody came out for it. Edwards goes top to key to Pfeiffer. She'll pull it back with 13 seconds to go. Now she'll go right side to Avery Edwards on the wing to Mendel. Straight away, she'll take the three there. Hand in the face. That one a bit offline, no good. And that's out of bounds. Back to Altus.
4.4 left to go in the quarter. And still,
Leslie trying to guard here on the inbounds. Does on Norfleet. Norfleet will get it. Race past Leslie. Across the timeline. 2 seconds. One. Oh, they called a foul, and the shot good as the buzzer hit. So Norfleet keyed one up and got to go at the buzzer. And they should count that basket.
Yeah, they're going to get Avery.
And they do count the basket.
She's up to 8.
Yeah, Norfleet with 8 all in this quarter is going to take a free throw here to end the quarter. And as you mentioned, that foul was on Avery Edwards. So we'll see how the free throw turns out here. It's up, and it rattles in. So that's how we end the third quarter. Woodward will take a 55-27 lead into the fourth. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
You know, nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward.
Parents, do you want your teen to be a safe driver? Enroll them today in Oklahoma's free online Work Zone Safe course for teen drivers at www.workzonesafe.com. Your teen will learn to be a safe driver in a work zone and be eligible to win scholarships, sports tickets, and more. Visit www.workzonesafe.com to learn more and enroll your teen today. WorkZoneSafe.com.
Back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota Wagner and Tyler Riggs with you as we begin the fourth quarter. Boomers on top 55-27. They have the possession. Luckett has it on the right wing. She tries to drive, gets cut off. Double team has to kick it out to Douglas Fisher up top. Douglas Fisher back to Luckett in the right corner. She's guarded by Blackford. Now with the dribble, Luckett runs it up top and feeds over to middle. They go left wing to Desley Pfeiffer. She'll throw inside to Barry, who'll kick out into the corner to Luckett, but the pass too strong, and it's out of bounds. Back to Altus. Boomers well in control, though, up nearly 30. 7:20 to go in this ball game here on senior night. Should have the senior night festivities, I believe, halftime of the boys' game. 3 on the way from Macy Hayes there, left wing, and that's nothing but net. So Macy Hayes has 6 in this one. Boomers take it back the other way. Mendel will go into the left corner to Douglas Fisher. Tries to go up top to Luckett. It's stolen away by Norfleet. She races ahead for the easy layup. She's now has 11 points in this one. Still, though, Altus trails 55-32. Boomers get it back. Pfeiffer goes into the right corner to Lexi Mendel. Mendel top the key to Douglas Fisher. Now to Luckett, and she'll feed beside her to Pfeiffer on the left wing. Checked by Danny Davis. Now top to Douglas Fisher. Right wing to Mendel. Mendel checked there by Hayes. Woodward being patient, working it around. As miscommunication there, Luckett had it up top, tried to throw it to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer cut as Luckett thought she was going to stay out, and it's a turnover for the Boomers. We'll be back to Lady Bulldogs here with 6:27 to go. The boys starting to get ready to get out here as I see both Altus and Woodward kind of get out of their locker rooms. Altus the other way with it here. Hayes left wing, tries to bounce past Norfleet. It's off over, and Hayes has collected, races in, puts up the jumper just outside the block. That's no good. Rebound can't be controlled by Blackford. That's back to the Boomers.
Chloe Clements going to check into the game for
Lily Luckett.
Yep.
So Clements will see her first action tonight. As Riley Moore will inbound, she'll throw it in, try to throw it into Clements, but Norfleet bats it out of bounds into the Altus bench. Some more with another crack at it here in front of the Altus bench. Counts on, pressure's on. She finds Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer racing by everybody. It's now 2-on-1. Nice feed down to Ibarra, but a block by Blackford who rotated nicely. And the shot blocked, they'll say out of bounds off of Ibarra who tried to collect the rebound. Jenna Blackford with a solid play there. As now Altus will have possession back. It'll be Danny Davis walking it up at the W. It's a high screen from Norfleet. Tries to throw it inside, and the pass through the hands of the Michelle Ibarra as it'll be out of bounds on the Boomers. Stay here with Altus. 55-32, Boomers well in control with 5:54 to go in the game. Altus so with the inbound. Danny Davis trying to find somebody. Throws it into Macy Hayes. It's off her. Temez comes up with it. She tries to feed out to Blackford, but stolen away by Ibarra. Ahead to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer doesn't have the numbers, but goes for the layup and gets it to go. Norfleet couldn't do anything, or else she would have been fouled out. 31 for Thesla.
Yep, 31.
57-32. Boomers, Altus the other way with a quick three on the way from Macy Hayes. She can't get that to go. Pfeiffer with the board. It's 2-on-2. Pfeiffer takes on both Lady Bulldogs and gets the layup up and in while falling down.
And now she surpassed Altus once again for points.
She said, I got to make sure I'm outscoring them. So she's got 33. Altus has 32, and the Boomers lead 59-32. Lady Bulldogs the other way. Norfleet with the tough jumper in the paint. That won't go. Rebound, though, underneath by Temez, and they'll say a foul. She was double-teamed between Clements and Riley Moore. They're going to get Clements for the foul. Her first, team third of the half, as Clements will now come out. Avery Edwards back into the ball game. Inbound here for Danny Davis and Altus beneath the right block. Davis looking. Count is on. Now finds Whitaker at left baseline for a jumper. That's offline. No good. Rebound comes down to Avery Edwards. 2-on-2 with her and Pfeiffer. Edwards stops on the block. Has a kick out. Finds Riley Moore. They go up top now to middle. Left wing to Pfeiffer with it. Pfeiffer finds Moore up top. They work it right wing to Edwards. Now give and go back to Moore in the paint. Bullies Jenna Blackford a little bit. Gets the layup in.
And Riley Moore now has 2 points on the board.
Yes, sir. And that one, nice aggressive look there for Riley Moore. Boomers nearly up 30 again as they lead 61-32. 4:35 to go. Norfleet the other way for Altus. Right wing feeds down to Whitaker on the backside of the block. Nice find, but Whitaker can't get the jumper to go. And now a jump ball between Michelle Ibarra and Norfleet on the rebound. Possession arrow keeps it with Altus. And Altus waving the flag a little bit here as they've emptied the bench, except for Norfleet. As we'll see Bagwell, Presley Bagwell into the ball game. Berta Cascon seeing her first minutes. Alyssa Nolan back in. Now on the inbound, pass stolen away by Avery Edwards. She'll go down for the easy layup and gets it to go for the Boomers. They lead by 31. Edwards now with 8 in this one. Again, Altus with her 2s in. As Cascon has it high, that's her to high right wing. She'll feed to Norfleet. Norfleet kicks it to Nolan. Now left wing, another pass stolen away. Pfeiffer comes up with it, ripped away from Bagwell for the layup, and that's good. Desley pouring it on now. She's got 35 in this one. The Boomers lead 65-32, 3:55 to go in the fourth. Altus the other way with it. Norfleet checked by Chloe Clements up top. Crossover. Norfleet gets tripped up as Clements had fallen down. That's who Norfleet tripped over. If you didn't know any better, it would almost look intentional for Clements just at the deck, but
I mean,
obviously
at this
not.
point,
She's got 2 fouls, and that's the 4th for the Boomers.
The 4th? That's, I feel there'll be a lot more fouls, in the second half.
Yeah, it's been a cleaner second half. Inbound here for Altus. Norfleet in the paint in front of the rim. Can't get the shot to go. Guarded by about 3 Boomers. And they feed it to Edwards down the right side. Now top to Clements for Woodward. 3:35 to go. Edwards goes up top to Pfeiffer. Thought about the three straight away. Instead, she'll drive. Euro step in the lane. Tough leader and puts it in. Thesley with 37. Oh, my goodness.
She's not done yet, folks.
One more point and she will eclipse 500 points in a season. Needed just 11 coming out of the half. Drive inside, and that one no good by Norfleet. She went hard to the ground there. No call. Now Riley Moore races ahead for the Boomers. Puts a layup and gets it to go. Norfleet just now up to her feet. And Moore with the bucket. She's got 4 and 69-32. I think an injury time out there for Norfleet as she's walking off to the sideline gingerly.
Might be a back issue or just landed wrong.
Yeah, probably landed wrong. Maybe filling in the hip. As Danny Davis comes in for her, and now Keely Cope into the ballgame for the Boomers.
Tyler, you want an interesting fact about this game?
What's
Thessaly still has yet to go to the bench.
That is true. She's played this entire game. It's senior night. I mean, you figure as much. 2:50 to go in the ball game. Woodward on top.
She's got an opening.
And now steal away. And, Riley Moore, gets it to Pfeiffer. The pass was a bit strong. Pfeiffer with a bit of a wild shot. It's no good. Ibarra, though, cleans up on the backside. Can't get to go, though.
Almost got away with one on the baseline, I think.
Almost did, as Danny Davis got the rebound and dribbles across the timeline for the Lady Bulldogs. She'll try to drive the paint. A little floater. That one no good. Rebound right there for Riley Moore. As the Boomers push back. Pfeiffer, needs 3 points for 500 in this ball game. 3 more. She's got to get to 40. Not sure what that announcement was there.
Senior parents, please go down to the basketball.
So it sounds like we'll do it in between the boys and the girls game then on the senior night festivities.
I believe so.
So Altus has the possession, trailing 69-32 with 2:10 to go. Inside, they try to get to Serta. She's double teamed. It's ripped away and stolen as Coley Clemens comes up with it. Throws ahead now to Keely Cope. To Riley Moore, now to Pfeiffer on the right elbow. She's double teamed, but gets into the paint. Gets open for layup and gets it down. Thesley with 37 now in this one. She's got 39.
And that is a season-tied career.
Yeah, tied the career and season high so far. One more and she'll have the career high. Boomers lead 71-32. Altus the other way. Quick jumper there. No good from Bagwell. Long rebound, though, taken by Nolan. Nolan bounces it over to Davis. Davis trying to drive. Puts up a decent little hook. That's no good, though. Keely Cope trying to fight for the rebound as Davis crashes on her. Jump ball, possession arrow. Gonna throw it to Woodward.
Tyler, she needs 7 points
to break 1,500.
Yeah,
and 1 point away from breaking 500 in the season.
Oh.
But they pull her out.
Man.
Yeah, with a minute 20